Welcome to TE Video Production. I'm Evelyn, I'm your host. Today's video is all about why you should move to Edinburgh. It just dawned on me that there's people been asking me over the years. Thought I would give you some reasons why you should stay in Edinburgh. Join me after the short break because I'm going in for a coffee this week. Camera ladies on the treats. Welcome back to TE Video Production. It was too hot in Edinburgh, would you believe, to actually sit inside, so I brought the coffee out. Look at the castle behind. That's not just the reason why you would want to stay in Edinburgh, but the architecture and the visuals, different types of houses that you have in Edinburgh, Georgian, Edwardian, anything in between. But what are the pros and cons of staying in Edinburgh if it's your first time of making that decision and we're going to go to university in Edinburgh, in Glasgow? Why would you want to stay in Edinburgh? I'm sure we can agree, of course, that this is such a beautiful city to stay in. Why would you not want to stay in Edinburgh? I'll give you the pros and cons very, very quickly, because camera ladies, quite cold, her wee hands shaking. Is that correct? Just before I get into the why it's good to stay in Edinburgh and what would be the reasons why you would have to take into consideration cons of staying in Edinburgh, which is something that people have asked me over the years and have also said to me that it would have been great if they had had a video like this one telling them the pros and cons before they actually moved. Just wanted to get into why the camera lady doesn't really want to see her face very much, but she has agreed that once a month we're going to reveal all and she's going to show you her face. So at the end of every month you will see the camera lady who's going to ask me some questions. Okay, let's get into Evelyn. The pros is we have a really good education system here. Fantastic universities in Edinburgh. In fact, I'm sure I've showed you a vlog with Morningside, Napier University, Edinburgh University. It is a very good establishment here. We also have really good schools, whether it be public schools or private schools, and we have some of the best schools here in Edinburgh. Of course, we're very friendly. Friendly people, that's important, isn't it? If you're going to pack up and stay somewhere, then you better want to be staying with people that you're actually going to get on with. And people from Edinburgh are generally very helpful. If you're really struggling, then they will mother you if you let them. Locations, where to stay in Edinburgh. You've got a vast choice of locations and it depends on your budget. So if you're renting and you're a student, then you might want to be up in the Studentville, which is up by Morningside and around that area. If you're lucky enough to have mum and daddy who's actually going to buy you a house while you're in Edinburgh, then how amazing is that? And there's so many great opportunities for good buys around that area. Is it a safe place to stay in Edinburgh? I think you're fairly safe. It's like anywhere else in any city, then take a bit of advice. If you're going out, try when you go to the local bars, don't go to any of the rough local bars. Get a bit of research going. If you're living in a student area, then the pubs and the clubs and everything will be fine, they'll be geared for you. If you're staying somewhere that's maybe out of bounds, like maybe more a rougher area of Edinburgh, then just be friendly. Just be very friendly and they'll be friendly back. So yes, I would say it was quite a safe place. How much is it to buy a house in Edinburgh? Talking around the region between £250,000 for your first sort of decent house. To rent in Edinburgh, you would maybe be talking about £750 per month, and if you were doing student accommodation, then you might be about the same, £650 to £700. Can't believe that I forgot to mention this. The culture. City of Edinburgh, the National Museum of Scotland, theatres, and of course, Glasgow might not like this, but we have the castle. City of Edinburgh. I know we should be proud, loud and proud. Why not mention that we really have a great social scene here in Edinburgh? These are all the pros of staying in Edinburgh. The festival every year in August is fantastic as well. People that have actually stayed in Edinburgh when they've been at university have been so proud by the time they've left. They have so many memories of being involved in the Edinburgh Festival. They feel very proud even when they go back home to their own country. They want to go back at any opportunity. let's see if there's any cons. Am I really biased? I am very passionate about my city, so I'm probably not going to have a lot of cons, but I did write a few down just in case. Yes, the cost of living is quite high. Not as high as London, but it is high. And also, if you are on a really tight budget, then what is really interesting now is you can get a train to the outskirts of the city centre of Edinburgh, and you can be in the Scottish borders, you can live fairly cheaper there, and you can be in the other side, on the coast side as well, on the Fife side. If you watched that video last week, then you could be on that side, just on the North Berwick, slightly cheaper. If you are coming to stay and you did look at trying to rent a house, then there is limited housing options. I'm going to say the weather's a con, but look at it today. It's beautiful. So we can't always say that we've got really bad weather. It's beautiful. And there's no denying we have so much to bring tourists and to bring students and to bring families here in Edinburgh. I hope that was a good video for you guys. If you've got any questions, then I would be absolutely delighted to answer them. I'm just going to take a walk up here and I'll keep chatting because I like to chat. If you're lucky enough to have that really rich mummy and daddy that want to buy your property, then get in touch with me and I can help. Okay, let's walk. You can get around Edinburgh fairly fast by walking, but as you can see, if you don't want to walk, then take your pick. There's a vast amount of buses here. We're about to get knocked over. Making me laugh. This is Princess Street. And nobody bats an eyelid these days whether you've got a camera in your face nowadays. Now what I was saying about the walking is you can walk right around the whole of Edinburgh. It doesn't take you too long to get around. It's really good for the sightseeing as you walk. You'll see so many different and historic places on the way as you travel. See how friendly they are? Show you a little bit of George Street as we're getting up here. See how fast from Princess Street Gardens there right onto the main place where the socialising, well, people like my age would actually be frequenting George Street. Is this where you bought the coffees? Very nice, Victor Hugo. Thank you. Please join me next week where I'll be in the Scottish borders to show you how much you can buy for your money. The difference between in the city centre and 20 minutes out. See you next week. Bye.
Camera lady is taking me by surprise.
Making me nervous. If you are enjoying the videos, then please subscribe, like and share. And if you're not, then it would be great just give me a comment anyway, because any comment's better than no comment. I'm looking forward to taking you down to the Scottish borders. Until then, see you next week. Bye.